anyone there? Yes, I'd like to buy some celery. 79 cents for celery. Back in 1582, it was only 5 cents. Grocery stores these days. I'm Helga. I'm 80 years old. When my dear, darling, wonderful, loving late husband passed away, bless his soul, I thought he left me enough money to live for the rest of my life. But now prices are out of sight. At the grocery store, they charged me 79 cents for celery. And it was a dinky bunch of celery at that. I can remember when a bunch of celery was only 5 cents. Now those were the good old days. But what is going to happen to me if prices keep going up? I may not even be able to buy even a dinky bunch of celery. And the electric company and the phone company keep charging me more. Yet I'm using less power. Hardly ever talk on the phone. What's a person like me ever gonna do? Now I've been reading up on inflation, which is apparently the increase in prices of all goods and services. Now I don't have much money left, so maybe I can get some extra by selling these old clothes.
What?
My husband, he died in 1642, and he left me all this damn money. But because of inflation, the purchasing power gone down, and I gotta shop at places like these. I'm at the thrift store. I just sold all my clothes, and I'm trying to buy some cheaper ones. Darn inflation.
Inflation cost me my job. Nice to meet you. My name is David, the structurally unemployed banker.
I'm Helga, 80 years old. Inflation's killing my life.
Wow, inflation killing your life is killing my life too. When I was in college, I regretfully slept through every single economics class I've ever been in. And so I didn't learn the necessary things that should have been learned in economics class. For example, when I became a banker, I gave too many low-interest loans to the people that needed to take out loans, and because of that, the bank lost too much money. And it came out of my wallet. I regretted that, and that is why now my skill set does not match the skill set needed in the field, and that is why I am now structurally unemployed.
Son, you mentioned some darn high interest rates. Why are these interest rates so high?
Well, while I was getting fired by my boss, I learned a few things before I left. One of those things were that the Federal Reserve hasn't been buying enough bonds recently. Because of that, there's not enough money supply in the money market in the US economy, and due to that, the interest rates have been blown high out of proportion.
People are losing their jobs, prices are higher than ever, unemployment and inflation. What is this called, son?
Well, when I was in certain parts of my vicinity, in my college classes, there was a certain phrases that I heard, some of which was called stagflation or a negative supply shock. I don't remember. I fell asleep after that. But either way, I don't want to be one of those unemployed. It was nice meeting you, man. I have to go buy a suit so I can go to my interview tomorrow.
All this darn economical stuff is giving me a headache. What in tarnation is stagflation?
Hey there, little lady. Maybe I can help you. I'm Grigorovich, the discouraged worker.
What does that mean?
Well, it means I stopped looking for a job after the Federal Reserve fired me. Apparently, I made some of the other employees uncomfortable.
Well, my friend Sally, she complains every day, and I think she's feeling pretty discouraged as well. Does this make her a discouraged worker too?
No, we're two entirely different things. You see, to be a discouraged worker, you have to be unemployed and you're not looking for work. Your friend probably just doesn't like her job. They don't even count me in the federal unemployment statistics. You needed my help, little lady?
Oh yes, that stagflation thing. What in tarnation is that?
Well, stagflation can be explained by the Phillips curve. The Phillips curve shows that unemployment and inflation vary inversely.
But wait a second, there's high unemployment and there's high inflation right now.
Well, that's because there's supply shock. negative supply shock, which has caused aggregate supply to shift to the left. That shifts the Phillips curve to the right, which means there's high unemployment and high inflation. I should have used my head for something other than a hat rack. These hard economic times make it tough on everybody. You look like you could use some company.
Oh, no, my husband, he's waiting for me. I gotta go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, bye.